And welcome back on this Saturday morning. We want to welcome in Peter Franchot, comptroller for the state of Maryland. So thank you for the time this morning. We got a lot of topics to get with. You know, Megan asked if you could stay for the whole show. Now, you were walking toward the door when you said yes, so we're going to get it on.
Yeah, that was a little more than I was bargained for, but it's great to be here and love to talk to your audience. They're a great group.
And we got a great message today about the sales tax-free week coming up, and this is great for moms and dads, especially come school time.
Right. Tomorrow starts tax-free shop week for Maryland, and anybody that buys clothing or footwear, it's, you know, obviously shirts, pants, undershirts, anything that the kids wear or you wear, as long as the item costs less than $100, you can buy an unlimited number of those items and avoid the 6% sales tax. This is good. I mean, if you, obviously it adds up, and a little bit of money goes a long way these days.
And think about it, what's going on right now economically with so many people, they do everything they can to save as much money everywhere they can. This is a great break for them right now.
Well, and it's Maryland saying to its citizens, we recognize what's going on. We know people are hammered out there, so we're going to give them a little bit of a break. It helps businesses. Tomorrow I'm going to be at the Columbia Mall at 1 o'clock. I'm going to be urging people to come out and take advantage of the tax-free shopping. And, you know, I just can't empathize enough with our citizens who are scared about the stock market, who are scared about the downgrading of the U.S. debt.
Sure.
And, you know, a lot of these things are really bad news and scary for people. Well, here's a little bit of good news. Go out and save some money.
And it's some great news right now as we're getting ready for the school season. Moms and dads getting out there, getting those supplies for kids. But in one area, county schools, Baltimore County Schools specifically, there's something there, a challenge you're wanting that school district to start thinking about, making things a little more comfortable for kids in the classroom, because we've had some record heat.
Absolutely, and almost every classroom in the state is air conditioned. But for some reason in Baltimore County, 54% of all the classrooms that kids are taught in are not air conditioned. And I've asked the superintendent and the leadership in Baltimore County to consider going out to Costco if they have to, buy some window units and put them in so that when the kids come to school later on this month, they're not faced with these really terrible heat conditions that we've seen for the last week.
You know, we've had some record heat across the state, and this seems like it's just a small measure the schools could do. You would think, theoretically, this is something they could pull off getting ready for these students.
Well,
have you spoken to the leaders about this?
I have, and you know, it's a little bit of a difficult issue because there's a lot of resistance. For some reason, Baltimore County, different from the rest of the state in that they have so many school classrooms that are not air conditioned. I guarantee you every one of the school administrators and every one of the members of the political leadership in Baltimore County work in air conditioned offices. Why can't the kids get their classrooms
so important, a comfortable room so they can come in and concentrate on their work?
And they say, well, we have to put in central air conditioning, it's expensive and blah, blah. I say, guys, I understand that. Why don't you just go down to Costco, I'll rent the U-Haul it for you, fill it up with some units, some boxes.
And get them in the classrooms.
Bring them back and put them in the window.
We got about 60 seconds here. You touched on a moment ago what we're watching with the economy and people kind of going and doing everything they can to save, but we're watching what seems to be a stagnant economy right now here nationwide. Governor O'Malley has talked about the idea of tax increases being on the table come that special session in October. This just seems like a small step towards a chance at something better, doesn't it?
Well, tax increases are a really bad idea right now because the economy is very, very fragile, and new taxes in the special session are just a terrible idea. I hope they don't get any traction. We have a problem with jobs in Maryland. We're dead last in the country as far as job creation. We need to change our relationship with the private sector, and we need to stop raising taxes, and we need to get back to the basics of creating jobs.
You touched on that real quickly. The July jobs report came out, and Maryland ranked last with Kansas in terms of percentage of growth. That has got to be, it's disappointing.
That was a shock.
But
I didn't realize
the reaction to that. I mean,
I was
Texas is sitting here so high. Maryland ties with Kansas. That had to have been a shock.
Yeah, no, and it's because we're fascinated with government stimulus money and all the stuff coming out of Washington. Well, that now is going to change, number one. And number two, we've forgotten about the private sector. And we keep raising taxes. That's bad for the private sector. We don't have enough financial literacy in our citizens. And we have this adversarial relationship with business where we don't help them. We should be helping business, Charlie, not standing in the way saying no, no, no. And I think it'll turn around if we do make some changes, but dead last is not the position you want to be in.
All right, Comptroller Peter Franchot, thank you for the time today.
Good to see you.